Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons
Now we
and
just do it like
Dragons.
this.
Just go right in and go, you fucking beauty. Hello.
Today we're discussing the G on Twitter and
Yeah.
Australian words, apparently.
Today's stream is brought to you by the letter G.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Rebels unimaginable
Not just
rage
any
at this
letter.
one letter.
It's not the letter. It just doesn't fit. It's not the same font.
Uh,
I'm gonna cry.
Whatever
Put
makes
it
you
on.
feel better.
anyway,
Yeah, go cry and talk about it.
welcome
I'm
back,
crying for a
everyone. I'm once again joined by the wonderful Valkyrie,
Mum.
TK Lady _,
Hello.
Rebel VT,
Hello.
our resident person who's angry at the letter G, and Zulil, Tommy Got Games. I just introduced you by your character name.
I mean,
You are
same
Zulil.
difference, right? I've become Zalil.
You are Zulil.
I've become a dude that cannot climb walls, apparently.
You know what? You didn't have an
And-
avatar, so yeah, you are just Zulil now.
I mean, you can't really climb walls. Can you?
Anyway, last we left off.
Zibby is confused.
Yeah, Valky looks different here. But
Oh.
DK doesn't.
Yeah,
Rebel doesn't.
Rebel looks perfectly normal.
What?
These are our characters, Zibby.
Except for
I mean, apart
TK.
from
I
Tori,
haven't got
yeah.
around to doing Tori yet. I also need certain reference images from TK.
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
One day I'll get them.
One day.
I can help you, DK, don't worry.
Oh, I've just got to literally find time to do it.
Anyway,
I can give you my time.
last we left off, you guys had went to see Lucy, the cute moth girl, who, taken words, who tends to the ruined temple at the top of the hill, where you filled her in on a couple things about Clue, and she gave you a couple words about the goddess of duality, of death, night, the moon, that sort of thing. And towards the end, decided to give you, Clue, a little amulet to try and maybe protect you or bring some comfort.
Shiny.
Then you guys, following Tori, decided to go visit a certain Knight of Vether, who turned out to be a lot more powerful and perhaps scary than you expected, and seems to live in some sort of magical house, where the interior is in another plane of existence. While Faith and Tori went inside and had a conversation and a brief sparring match with her, Clue and Zulil decided to have a wander around and look in the back garden, where Zulil met his match, a garden wall, which
An
Clue
evil garden wall.
pretty effortlessly got over with the help of Zulil, but Zulil unfortunately got stuck on the inside of. Eventually, after much trying, they picked their way into the doors to go into the house and back out through the front, seeing Faith and Tori emerge almost out of thin air as the front door opened and then closed again. They had a quick conversation inside, where Clue seemed to almost recall something, before they eventually agreed to leave before they got in trouble. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that
Nope.
was it.
I believe that's everything.
It was very easy.
So you guys had just left this mysterious Knight of Vether's abode when we left off. Oh, I did forget one thing actually. I just remembered. This Knight of Vether gave you a job of some sort. She said that there's a charity ball coming at the weekend and that she would contact you guys with tickets and more details, and that you can meet her there. No. It's on to you guys. You've just left
So
our house.
we were heading towards Tommy's next quest, right?
Yes. God help us, Tommy is in charge.
I'm not that
God.
bad, okay?
Are you sure?
No, you're just.
I did also just see your like going live notification and spelled Briar completely different, but that's beside the
How
point.
did you spell
Um,
Briar?
Bryer.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting
Anyway.
Tommy a dictionary.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Indeed.
Zula.
Sorry. No. Yeah. No, I changed
I
my.
was just about to
text.
remind you of something. When you spoke with
Yep.
Captain Sven and been given
Yep.
this job, he did give you an address to check and
Yes.
told you that they had essentially been trailing this Blackhand Briar, only for him to drop off the radar, potentially because he maybe caught on that he was being tailed. And they'd like you to track him down and let them
Yes,
know if you happen to find him. Or
I
bring him
did
in.
actually write all of that down. Which
Okay,
is
just making sure.
what I was changing. Yeah. So I suppose what the first thing we do to track this person down is go to the address that the guards captain has provided me with. It's on the south side of town, so probably gonna take a bit to get there. Do any of you need to stop along the way to just get anything small before
I
we?
mean, I went before we
Go in.
left, so I'm good.
Okay. I meant more equipment-wise because, like, you know, fucking, I don't know what they were investigating exactly. I didn't get that much information out of it.
I can't answer that in character. I mean, out of character, I would suggest you get a grappling hook.
You can get over a wall.
Quite literally, so you
This
can
is
get
not
over
about
it.
me. This is about you guys. Do you guys need anything?
I'm just saying, our resident rogue might want to actually
I
have.
believe Tommy gave away pretty much all his goals.
I
I can
don't
buy
have
him a
money.
grappling hook. That's
Like,
fine.
I don't have.
Um,
I'm not taking any more loans. I'm already in debt. I don't want to take on more.
I never said it was a loan. A gift is fine, but I
well,
do believe
I don't like gifts, so
I do believe if we are going to get any equipment, we need to get you a grappling.
Agreed.
No.
Otherwise, I suggest we just go straight there.
no, we just go straight there then. I don't need a grappling hook. I am an adult. I can solve problems on my own.
Okay, we shall see.
So,
Fine.
you guys head towards where you guess this address is. Zulal, you're familiar with the town, but not intimately familiar with the south side. You've maybe been there a few times tracking down the odd criminal or looking into some shady business. You don't necessarily know like every street and every house, but you do eventually find the place. As going through towards the south side, there's a very distinct sort of change in the environment around you as you go from like these fairly nice sort of gothic and some a little bit older, moderate sort of middle-age stone buildings into more of like a timber and very rough stone houses. You can kind of smell like this soot in the air from the nearby sort of logging and quarry areas, which are like the main source of business, particularly for the south side of the town. The streets get a little bit darker, and everything just gets kind of this thin veneer of like soot and dust over it as you get further and further into the south side. You eventually find yourselves, after getting turned around a couple times, at what you presume to be the address you were given. In front of you is a fairly normal street with a bunch of pretty shitty houses, Definitely sort of what you consider to be like low-income housing. And the house with the number you were given, dead ahead.
I want to knock on the neighbor's door first.
The
Or
neighbors?
one of the.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm presuming they have a neighbor, and
Yeah, there's like houses on both sides. It's very much just like houses built right next to each other a lot here. There's a few like semi-detached ones, but yeah. So you go knock on a neighbor's door, and
yes.
a somewhat older man sort of comes out, and he's kind of like, what are you selling?
I'm not selling anything. I'm here to buy something, particularly
This ain't a
information.
store.
I'm looking for information about your neighbor. Do you happen to know where they went?
Neighbor?
And I kind of pull out like
What
a
are
gold
you, the
coin.
guards?
I'm
So,
acquaintance.
let me tell you, I have been complaining for weeks on end at the noise they make bickering and fighting, and I have seen not one guard come up here to deal with it. You're very late.
Well, I'm also not a guard, so I'll pass it on. I'll do that. I unfortunately don't really have any authority besides arresting people.
You're not a guard. What are you doing?
I'm not a
poking
guard.
around?
I am working for the guards. I am not a guard. Specifically, I'm working for the guards
Why would I tell you anything?
because I have a shiny piece of metal here that you might enjoy. And
Shiny.
again, I hold up a gold coin,
Mm.
like in front of my chest, so they can see it, but no one else can really.
Aw.
He sort of like grimaces for a second and like grinds his teeth. So what do you want to know?
Your neighbor, do you know exactly what they've been doing or where they've gone?
I mean, she's in pretty much every other day. I guess she goes out to work or something. But I don't know. Okay, normally I'd hear them bickering right about now, but it's been quiet for a few days. Maybe they finally got the message.
I meant that house, and I pointed at the house that the Black and Briar would be in.
Yeah,
would've been
I
it.
assumed.
Okay. No, just clarifying. So there's still someone inside, and they tend to talk to someone. I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's that lady and her son, and I don't know, her man.
Can you describe them for me?
Well, there's the one with like the short sort of black hair. He's a troublemaker, let me tell you. And then
Who's this? Is it the man, the son, or the son?
no, it's the man.
Okay.
He's kind of gruff looking, sort of stubbly fella. Missing a couple teeth. Then there's I don't know, his wife, girlfriend. I don't get into their business. She's a piece of work as well. She's sort of long brown hair, not the prettiest looking. And then there's their son, a little tot, barely yay high, and he sort of like goes like his hand down to his knee. Why? What's this all about?
They have been. I can't tell you much, but what I can tell you is one of them has been under investigation by the guard, and is being suspected of doing something. So I'm to apprehend them and bring them in.
So you a guard or not?
I am not a guard. I am working for the guards.
So you're
You could just tell him.
basically
you're
a guard.
bounty.
I am a guard
Oh.
with extra steps.
Uh-huh. Well, I told you what you need to know. Deal's a
Yes.
deal.
Deal's a deal, and I just run up. No, I give him the gold piece. I give him the gold piece, and I give him like a day's worth of ration as well as like a.
He takes
tip,
this gold
that's
piece and he's definitely more interested in the gold than the food. He sort of like, takes a bite in it to make sure it's real, and you see he's like missing a couple of teeth where he bites. He just, Well, pleasure doing business with you. Slams the door
Pleasure doing
shut.
business. That was something.
I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily have to offer coin first. You could just try talking nicely to them.
Yeah, but these people are not necessarily in the luckiest of states. They don't have the luckiest of lives, you know? Might as well
True,
support them.
but sometimes a smile will get you what you need.
Well, counterpoint, people like money, and the smile's not going to help them. So,
So who is this Black Hand Brian that we're after then? Because he obviously mentioned 3 people in there.
I'm going to assume it's not the child.
Well, presumably. I'd be very surprised
Presumably.
if it was.
And we've not really gotten a actual description from the guards, so we don't particularly know who it is.
That's useful of them.
Yes.
Hey, Zulu never
So they sent you
asked.
after. They sent you after a bounty without actually telling you who they are?
They gave me an address. That's all I really have.
I mean,
But
at
I'm-
this point, you could just drag the child back and say, there you go. I mean, I'm not saying do it, but... Like, that's how much we know.
Faith is ruthless. Fucking hell.
Faith's chaotic good.
The man had black hair, right? I forgot to write that
Yeah,
down.
there's one with black
Okay.
hair and stubble and a couple teeth missing.
Yeah. Okay. So I assume because one of the description of the man has black hair, it might be them because black haired Briar, but
I'd
don't
like to
know.
agree with you, but, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I hope you're right. I hope you're
what
right.
can you say
I'm-
about it then?
I don't know, this is your bounty, not mine.
You treat me like a child.
I mean, you're the one that's taken a bounty without knowing who the bounty looks like.
I am not the one who.
Please continue.
Fuck you. You know? No. This
Okay,
is. I've had an
should we-
emotional day today. I had to deal with the wall. I was locked in, and I was trying to make sure that Blue is okay.
Hey, it's okay. The wall can't hurt you anymore. We've left the wall behind.
It was fun.
it was not
Okay.
fun.
The wall can't hurt you anymore. The wall is gone. The wall is way behind now. It's okay. It's okay, Zulu.
The wall's just haunting me.
Why do you say we just knock on the door and see if we can talk to the person inside and see what we can find out?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was trying to keep it. Anyway, yeah. We knock on the door of the actual house, I think.
Okay. You go over and knock on the door, and it takes like a good 30 seconds to a minute for someone to actually respond, but you hear like a child crying pretty quickly after you knock. And eventually a woman opens the door with this sort of like infant boy. It's not quite cradled in her arms so much as just like holding him so he doesn't like get loose. But she's very much holding this child.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, ma'am, but I am looking for someone, and I think you might be able to help me.
Why?
I'm looking for someone named the Black Hand Briar.
Oh,
Would you?
right, you friends of his? Because you tell that drunk bastard never to come back here again. If I see his face, I swear.
I am not a friend of his. I I work for the guard, and I'm supposed to apprehend him.
Oh, he's
Bring him
finally
in.
got himself into trouble he couldn't get out of. About fucking time.
Apparently so. Apparently so. Would you happen to know where he could be?
You know what? That bastard only spent his time either out with his mates doing goodness knows what, or down at the pub. You can probably find him at the Stoat.
And would you have a name for the pub?
She just said it's Stoat.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the Sooted
okay.
Stoat.
Look, I'll be honest. I thought that was slang. British people are weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's slang for the name of the pub.
Yeah, it's the Sooted Stoat. So the Stoat for short.
Fine. Okay. Is there anything we can do to help? Because
You find
you don't.
that bastard cunt. You tell him that if I ever see him again, the next time he walks out of here, he'll be doing it in crutches.
Understandable. Fair enough. I don't think we can argue with that.
I
thank
think
you
we can
for-
make sure he falls down the stairs a few times on his way to the cell.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think I can arrange that. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Right. Now, if you don't mind, I got a kid to feed.
Yeah, no. Have a good day. Have a good.
All right, bye.
Evening.
Shuts the door behind her just immediately.
I don't trust her.
I mean, why?
We in the
That seemed
slum.
very sincere to me.
Well, what if it's all an
Insight
act?
check.
I mean, if you want an insight, you can. Go ahead and give me a roll.
I mean, I don't mind. Okay, that's 10.
10?
I'll give it a go as well.
Okay.
Oh, 22.
She seems definitely very pissed off at him. You do get the sense that he was maybe, like, kicked out rather than choosing to go. Oh yeah, she does not seem like she's fond of it.
I think
Okay.
that was pretty obvious.
She doesn't seem like she's lying, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Shall we go to the pub then?
I thought you'd never ask.
You're so desperate to get drunk again.
No, really not.
Fair enough.
It just seemed like an appropriate thing to say. Come, Zalil, you don't have to question everything I say.
I'm sorry. I am in work mode. I need to kind of question everything.
It's fine. Just try and take a little bit of joy in what you're doing.
I arrest people for a living.
Yeah, you arrest
I-
assholes for a living.
Let's just go. Let's just go. Please.
Okay.
After you.
So,
Yeah.
you guys head off. You aren't given directions to this path, by the way.
Oh god!
You did forget to ask where it is, but it's kind of like it's the nearest pub around. You just follow the drunken cheers and whatnot, and you eventually find your way there. It is a bit of a shithole. There's no nice way to put it. It's a very cheap pub where like trash drinks, trash decor, but it's cheap and it'll get you drunk. That's very much the vibe that this sort of pub is going for. And it seems
we-
rowdy inside.
Can I see, or can we see anyone who kind of misses the description that we were given?
Well, as you head inside, it's very busy. There's a lot of people just being very rowdy and like cheering or shouting, yelling. There's a couple people who are like seemingly on the verge of fighting. But nobody. I mean, there's a lot of people who are like black hair and stubble in the world. But like, you don't know if any of them are the guy you're looking for. So. So there's at least like a couple people who at least have black hair, stubble, and maybe a tooth or two missing.
I would suggest, Zilil, if you want to go and talk to the barman, I think at least one of us should stand by the door or any of the exits just in case he is here and he comes on the way after him.
Definitely.
How many exits are there?
It's
How
not
many
very
windows are
fire
there?
safe. There's only the one door in and out. And
Okay.
this is a pub. This isn't like an inn. There's not really like an upstairs or anything. So it's just like the one door in and out. How
Are
many
there windows?
There's windows. There's like, I would say like if you go in, if you imagine it's just sort of like a block. This isn't some fancy building. It's just like a square with a roof on it, more or less. There's like the door in, I'd say another window off to the side from that. There's maybe like a window on one wall, then the other two walls would be like attached to other buildings. So there'd be like 2 windows total.
I mean, I'm
I
gonna
don't think we
stick
need
out
to
like
guard
a
the
sore thumb
windows.
in here, so I'm quite happy to guard the door.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I would have suggested Clue for that because she seems strong, but it's Clue, so
who will wander off? Don't you
Clue.
say?
Yes, Clue. You can say with Faith, I think.
Yeah.
I will say, as you guys are sort of have walked into this pub and are kind of looking around, there is a few eyes on you, particularly since like Faith, you're quite like fancy looking, and this is a very not fancy area.
Yeah, which is kind of my point.
Yeah.
You
I
could
don't think these people will want to talk to me. I'm clearly from a different strata.
I mean, if you prefer, you can wait outside. It would still like you could still be guarding the door. It's just outside instead of inside.
I'll stay inside. I'll just keep an eye on things.
Fair enough. I go up to the barkeeper then.
What can I do
And-
you for?
And I take like a silver coin, like 2 silver coins out and slide them over the table. I'm searching for someone. Yeah, and I heard he might be here. He goes by the name Blackhand Briar.
Oh, that piece of work. Yeah, he used to come here almost every day. I haven't seen him in a few
Almost?
days.
When's the last time you saw him?
I mean, guy likes to cause trouble. He kind of.
So I've heard.
Yeah, well, he tends to get in sort of confrontations with some of the clientele here. Last time was, I'd say, a few days ago. He got into a fight. They took it outside, and as far as I'm aware, he went back home afterwards. Didn't see him since, though. Maybe it got more serious than he thought.
So the last time he was here was a few days ago, and you assume he went home afterwards.
Well,
After the fight.
his friends supposedly took him home after. He was in a right state, though. Absolute pissed.
Do you know what the fight was about?
Nah, just some stupid drunk shit. I
So
think
nothing
that
specific.
One of them just spilled a drink or something, and it sparked this whole fight. Well,
Any
he's the
fix
type
on-
to start a fight over just about anything. You look at him wrong, he starts saying all these big words only to get his ass handed to him.
You were talking about his friends. Do you have a description
Aye.
for them?
Well, they're over there actually. You want to go talk to him? He points to the sort of young, well, not young, not incredibly young, but like sort of late 20s, skinny, like ginger guy. His hair's like a little bit spiked up, and this other guy who's more like sort of brown hair, looks a little bit more grumpy. They're just sort of drinking at a table on their own, just the two of them at the moment.
Just the two of them?
Just the two of them at that table.
Would you happen to know what they're having? Drink-wise?
Like, I mean, I'll be honest, there isn't a wide selection here. People just take what gets them drunk, usually. I think they ordered some ale not that long ago.
Okay, I'll take 3 of those. I'm not sure if you want any, Tori.
Yeah, I'll have
but-
one.
Okay, we'll take 4.
Your shout?
Come again?
Your shout?
I thought you were next to me.
I said
Are you
your
buying
shout,
them?
as in, are you
Oh.
buying?
She's Australian.
I don't understand slang, okay? Leave me alone. I've
Wait,
also
is that
always
not
done-
normal?
I get it, but then Australia is basically England. So
Yeah.
okay.
TK, you forget that I'm not
England, but more
English.
deadly.
Can you take notes of
English is my second language. I do not understand slang. At least not all of it.
I
Um,
didn't think it was that slang, but okay.
the things we learn.
Spoken like a true,
It's a,
True
Wait,
what?
someone who grew up with it.
slang? I'm learning. TK, please.
Anyway,
Write it down.
moving on.
How many were you ordering?
We'll get 4 ale.
4 ale.
and-
Coming up.
4 ale, yeah.
That'll be 3 silver. You've already handed me a couple.
There for the information. You can keep the rest.
Alright, 4 silver
Right.
then.
Oh, fuck you. No, that's fine. No, give him 4 silver.
Okay.
And
You
pick
know,
up the...
goes around, gets some tankards. They're just sort of dinged up metal ones. Puts them under a barrel and pours you the drinks. There you go.
Seems
take them...
unsanitary.
I take 2 of them, give 2 to Tori, and we walk over to the friends
Okay.
the barkeeper was pointing at.
Barkeep sort of just puts his hand over the silver and slides it towards him. So you head over. The 2 of them give you a bit of an odd look. They're clearly not used to being approached and having random people come to their table. What's all this then?
So me and my friend actually accidentally bought 4 ale instead of 2. You wouldn't mind taking them in exchange for a bit of information, would you?
Uh-huh. Accidentally, huh?
Yeah. Accidents happen.
Alright, well, take a seat.
We sit down.
Okay, like,
Oh
sort
yeah,
of-
because you act. We have a story now.
Okay. Wait, you're with Tori or Faith? You just follow Tori over?
Tori. No, like
No,
Tori
like-
and I walk
Like
over.
Clue? Clue,
Oh.
you
Zillow,
following
shouldn't
Tori?
you roll to see if you can sit down
What?
without breaking something?
What?
No way.
I'm pretty sure I was with Faith at the ball.
Okay. So it's just Tori and Zulil sitting down with them.
Yes.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
popping the door up,
Okay.
making sure no one shady tried to run away.
Alright, so you sit down, they sort of slide the drinks over to them. Oh, they still have their tankards. They're less than half full, but you know.
More booze, eh? So we heard you were friends with someone called the Black Hand Briar.
Why? What's your
We-
business with him?
We don't want any trouble.
Hmm.
We just have a few questions for him. He's
Questions
knows
tend to get
something-
you in trouble, you know, around these parts.
well, I take out another 2 silver and slide them on the desk.
Slides
On the table.
the ginger one who's been talking slides them towards him and sort of pings one coin off to the other guy.
Like I said, I don't want any trouble. Or we don't want any trouble. We just need to know something about one of your friends. Who I heard got beaten up a few days ago. The last time that the barkeeper's seen them. Someone called the Black Hand Briar. You supposedly took him back to his house.
Aye, you're
Um,
lucky. You're lucky all this booze has loosened my lip. Yeah, we took him
Of
down.
course.
Dude got into a fight he couldn't handle. Got his ass handed to him, as usual. We sent him home to his lass, who certainly wasn't happy to see him.
Interesting. Do you know much about his wife?
Well, ex-wife, I believe. I don't know if they ever actually got married. Did they? Believe? Don't think so. Well, she's a right piece of work. Honestly, suits him. They kind of bicker all day and night. I don't think either of them's particularly happy. But, you know, one day he got down and busy, ended up with a kid, and he got stuck with her, so...
Interesting. When's the last time you seen him? Around here, in the pub, anywhere really?
Honestly, we took him home. His wife chewed him out. Or, not wife, sorry, his ex-girlfriend chewed him out. And we went on back to our own houses. Haven't heard from him since. Been kind of worried, to be honest. It's not like him. He's here normally every other day, and normally I've seen him around.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm looking for him.
Do you think he's
Because
gone missing?
Not necessarily, but as far as I'm aware, he might not have had good company, and they might have had some other plans with him. If you catch my
He'd
drift.
like to get himself in trouble. He had a lot of enemies. He was good at that.
You can say that twice. That's what I've heard. That's what I've been hearing.
Do you know who his enemies are?
He's a
Yep,
right
no.
shithead. He pisses off everyone he comes across. Honestly, I don't think you could find a person in this bar he hasn't at some point chewed out.
Well, that doesn't help. Is there? Where does he work? Where does he get his cash from? His money, his coin.
Buy us another couple silver and I might be willing to tell you that.
I already gave you all that ale.
But I haven't
I
finished it yet, so... Lips aren't as loose as I might have thought.
Fair enough. I take out another silver.
He looks to
I
his,
just-
his mate, and the brown-eyed one sort of shrugs. He doesn't exactly do the most savory work. He's in with the hounds.
The hounds. Who are they?
Go ahead and give me a history roll, since you live in this town and you are a bounty hunter.
Oh, God, I got a nat one.
Name's vaguely familiar. You can't for the life of you remember what it is, though. Do I gotta spell this out for you?
I'm new
It's
to
the
these
mob.
parts. Ah.
He sort of looks and just like chuckles to his mate.
Hmm.
You really are digging into trouble that you don't seem to realize, aren't you?
So believe me, I'm in enough trouble as is. This isn't worse than what I'm already experiencing.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, do you have any more questions, Ori?
I mean, where is this mob? Is there a way to find someone to talk to?
Normally, they find you.
Or can you tell them we're looking?
You're either bold or stupid to want the hounds knocking on your door.
I actually like dogs, it's fine.
Alright, you can probably go knock on a door here, and he takes like a serviette and scribbles something down. Go there, knock 4 times, tell him Leon sent you.
Leon?
Me.
No, I was clarifying the name. That's
Aye.
okay.
Well, it's
I'm just
Leopold.
gonna kind of look at.
Leon works.
It's kind of look at. There's a little nod that we should leave.
Fair enough. Thanks for your time, fellas, and I give them another silver
Good
piece.
luck with the hounds.
Thank you for
I
your
sort of
help,
wave
boys.
you out.
Well, we're fucked. So we're meeting up with Faith and Clue first.
I mean, I'm
Oh.
over, but only by the door, so that's not difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we go to you guys. Discuss what we just found out, because you didn't hear what we just said. And I more or less explain the situation that we're in and the new information we've gotten.
So you want to go knocking on the door of the mob?
Well, this should suit you, right? Because they're not fancy. They're not good looking. They're not good fellas.
Right, do you see me walking down the street executing ugly people all day?
Yes.
I mean, no, but fine. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why the guard want Blackhand Briar is because he may know some information about the mob.
Yes. Most likely, that's what I'm thinking as well.
We want to go to the mob to ask them if they very kindly kidnapped the person that couldn't tell all the information to the guards.
I think we need to be a bit more strategic about this.
Yeah, do we just spitballing here? Do we know who he had a fight with?
No.
We know he had a fight, but do we know who he fought?
As far as I understand, just some random person.
Well,
No one of
isn't it
note, really.
Worth checking that avenue before we go marching after the mob?
Normally, yes, but given that the person we're searching for is connected to the mob, I think we're gonna run into the mob sooner or later anyway.
I
So
mean,
we might as
you're
well
the
just
bounty
fight it.
hunter, so I'll follow your lead, but I'm good in a fight. I'm not good enough to take the entire mob.
Well, you don't need to take the entire mob because we're not gonna fight them. Hopefully.
Famous last words.
And I'm gonna use my what's it called? My telepathy. I'm just gonna call it. And say this to Faith, Clue and Tori. And I'm using this so no one can listen to us. If it comes down to it, we can just say that some of his friends were looking for him, and we were hired to do so. And we're not connected to the guard at all. Unless, of course, they know someone in the guard. Which, at that point, we'd be fucked. Yeah, but I'd carry just on. But leave it there.
As I say, you're the bounty hunter. I defer to your experience in this matter, but I am very concerned about the direction we're going.
It is fine to be concerned. It is better to be concerned, but that doesn't mean that we won't run into them anyway at some point. And the direction this is going, I feel we're just going to run into them sooner or later. And if it's later on, they might be more prepared for it, and it could end up worse for us.
Ah.
I mean, by all means, lead the way. If this is how you want to handle it, well, I'll go with your plan.
Yeah, I'm. If you have suggestions, if you want to do anything else, you can let me know. I'm not liking this either. I'm just pointing out that this might be the best course of action we have.
Okay, well, let's scope out this place they've told us to look at. Before we go knocking on the door and announcing our presence, we should at least take a look at it.
Yes,
I'd
no,
rather-
I would have done that as well.
I'd much rather fight a couple of bandits in a back alley than the entire mob in their base. But hey, let's do this.
How do you mean exactly? What do you mean a couple of bandits?
I mean, if they're gonna come after us, they're gonna try and catch us somewhere where we might be off guard, but there's only gonna be a handful of them versus walking into their nest.
Okay, but counterpoint, if they know who we are and they see us walking into our inn, they might as well just break down the door. And I'm kinda not liking the idea of getting stabbed to death in my sleep. If the mob is ruthless enough to do mob things, they might as well do that. Easiest time, absolutely no problems. And I hope I didn't ruin your sleep. Do you see what I mean with it's better going sooner than later?
Not
It's-
particularly, but as I say, we'll follow your lead.
I don't like this.
That's the first thing you said I agree with. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys head off, I guess. You guys head off to this address that's kind of hastily scribbled down on a napkin. If there could be a shittier part of the shitty part of town, this would be it. Honestly. As you get to where most places around here are sort of like a combination of wood and stone. You found like the one part of town where everything's just kind of wood and kind of not very good quality, not very well kept. There is sort of something between a house and a shack, honestly, before you at the moment.
It doesn't have a... First of all, does it have windows?
It does, but they're all shuttered at the moment.
Okay, is there a second floor? Or like a... Yeah? Like an upper floor?
Not that you can see it. It seems to be like a one-story building. There could be space in the attic, but there's only one actual
How big is
story.
How big is the building?
Not huge. It's like the size of a house.
Is there a door?
There is a door.
Like a
It would
big
be a
house?
strange
Like-
building without a door.
Can I?
Is
knock?
is it set up like it would have multiple rooms? Like it's that big, or is it like one room?
Multiple rooms, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Can I
maybe like
knock?
a house for like one person, maybe a couple. It's not like a family home, but
Like this?
Okay.
okay.
What's the ground like?
The ground, it's mostly sort of like cobbled stone around the streets. There's some like stone tile and stuff around.
So it's not the natural ground. It's
No.
not just. So someone's actually put stuff down, essentially.
Yeah, but that's kind of like most of the city and its streets. As much as this is the shittier part of town, the roads are paved, even if there's like potholes and cracks in the pavement and stuff.
Okay. So we can't see anything through the windows. They do have windows though. Would you? Is there keyhole?
I mean, by the sound of it, Clue walked up to the door and knocked anyway.
God damn it, Chloe.
There is a keyhole, and you knock 4 times. There is a slat on the door. You know one of those ones where like they open up and someone peeps through it?
Yeah.
There is one
Yeah.
of those. That is what opens, not the door itself. And you see a pair of eyes staring back at you. And they don't say anything yet.
Hello.
Where are you standing? Because this is at like the upper part of the door, sort of like eye level for a normal person. If you've just knocked on the door and you're still at the bottom, he will not see you specifically, Clue.
Well, I'm standing there because I'm dumb. And,
You can see the other 3. You can't see the one that's speaking.
but I'm
I think we might want to help Clue because she's rushing into things again.
Well, since you guys have like knocked on the door and been like, hello, a voice comes through the other side of the door, still quite muffled despite the little hole opened up. It's not that wide. What's your business?
Someone named Leon sent us. He was down at the Stoat. Said you knew something about someone called the.
He shuts the thing as you're mid-sentence. Shuts the thing. You hear a number of locks click. And like, as you hear like a chain sort of clank and whatnot, and then door opens. Come in.
hello again.
He looks down and finally realizes who the hell spoke first. And he just gives you a strange look.
I'm gonna walk in,
Yeah, I will into.
but I'm gonna stay alert.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I shall keep my eyes on things.
Okay.
Do I? How many locks are there on the door? Because I should be able to see that when I'm walking in.
I would ask you for a perception roll, but honestly, you're right next to the door up. There seems to be the lock with the key that you could see from the outside. There is a sort of deadbolt. There is one of those sort of chain locks that lets the door open ever so much before stopping it. And there is a sort of padlock one where you fold the thing over and then put a padlock through a loop in that. So they seem to have got different varieties of locks, so that 4 in total.
Yeah, 4 locks in total. Okay. Do I notice anything strange while walking in?
Give me a perception check.
19.
Okay. It's dark and not very well furnished, as in like there's not a lot in here. As for anything like particularly unusual, there's some like the hooks, what you would assume would be coat hooks, look unusually sharp, and like there's a couple like daggers in various places. There's like a sword in an umbrella holder next to the door. Seems armed for a house of some sort or building, whatever this is.
What's the floor like? Is it like full on
woods.
wood
It's-
floor?
Yeah,
It's
it's like
wo- it's
wooden
wood.
planks. They're kind of crappy, but yeah.
Are there any rugs around?
There's a rug as you enter. It's like quite worn down and dirty, but you know, you have to step over it as you come in.
Okay. Is it just like one single room?
No, there's multiple rooms. You sort of entered into what would you call it? Like just sort of an entrance hallway, I guess.
Yeah. Like an entrance hallway, and there's like
Yeah. There is some stairs going up to what you presume is the attic. There's about 3 doors, I'd say. Besides the one you came in through.
Are any of them open?
Not currently.
But we're still standing in the hallway, or like
Yeah,
still
you're in
hall-
the hallway. You've just come through the front door.
So I'm assuming there's like one door in front of me and one to the left and right of me.
No, essentially there's so you've just come in this door, the front door. There's a wall along the right side with 2 doors on it. The stairs are over against the left wall, and sort of dead ahead is another door.
Okay. I follow the person for now, and I'm not sure what the others are doing. So
I mean, I'm not leaving you on your own in there, so I shall follow.
It's not his own.
Yeah, I feel like we need to stick together right now.
The dude who has opened the door for you and let you in is this bald, sort of gruff-looking guy. He's actually quite tall, like bordering on 7 foot tall. You can see he has like a little bit of a tattoo on sort of one side of his bald head. He has like quite like thick blocky ears, like a very squared off jaw, and he's wearing some pretty cheap clothes, like just a very cheap shirt and trousers and that. And he has like it's like a sort of a padded leather vest on. It's like a sleeveless vest, with like almost like a checker pattern sewed into it, like diamond shapes. He sort of opens a door that was not like fully clicked shut, but it was not open. It was like closed to only like the slightest crack. But he opens that up and it goes into sort of this what I guess you would call like a living area.
which one is that door?
That would be the first door on the right as you come in.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see as you go in, there is like 2 other guys who also look pretty gruff, but nowhere near as big as this guy. Currently just sat at a table with a bunch of cards and some bottled drinks. And they sort of give you a
playing
look.
cards.
It seems
I said,
that
"Oh, playing
you have
cards."
interrupted their game of cards.
Hmm. Are they playing for money? Can I see that? I'm
It doesn't look like it at the moment. You don't see any coins on the table anyway.
okay. I'm just gonna like stand there for a second and then kind of look a bit confused as to what's going on.
Said Leon sent you. What's your business?
I'm looking for someone who was apparently, as far as I could tell, from my.
I will say, as you have all come in, he's kind of closed the door after you, the front door. So you're now.
The
closed
front
then.
door's closed.
Yeah, the front door. He closed the front door after you guys came in.
Yeah, but the door to the hallway is still open.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We're looking for someone. One of the friends told us that they worked for you. And they were missing for a few days, and we're supposed to find them. They go by the name of Blackhand Briar.
And like you see the other couple give out a little bit of a chuckle as well.
I believe it or not, he had friends. It's surprising. I understand from what I've heard, but yeah, apparently someone's actually missing him.
Couldn't be his wife, right, boys? Well, not wife, sorry. Couldn't be his ex, right, boys? They again.
We've
just
heard
kinda
that much
chuckle.
as well. You know what? I'll play with you. And I walk over to the playing cards. I'll play with you. I set down like 2 silver pieces as well. We're gonna make this fun.
The guy goes to sort of join you, but he already had like a chair and his card set up, so he sort of pushes you to one side to get back to his hand, and sort of pulls out the deck and, you know, hands you 7 cards. Alright.
Okay. I don't know how to play poker or anything, so
It's fine, we don't have to actually play out a poker game or
okay.
just use an X or anything.
I'm just saying.
Give me a performance roll, I'll say.
Is it just a normal
Actually,
D20?
do you have proficiency with playing cards?
I do, I believe.
Go ahead, give me. I'll say, give me a normal roll
I know
with
I
the
have
proficiency
playing.
bonus. Yeah, you do.
Okay, so 12. Performance, right?
Yeah, sure. You can do performance plus your proficiency, I'll say, for the sake of this.
I did.
Yeah. So that was 12 total.
Yeah.
The game's close-ish. You're close with the other two. The guy who originally let you in seemed to have a decent hand before you even came in. So he seems to be kind of beating your ass at this game. But you're close with the other two, I'd say.
Well, that's a bit.
So this game's just sort of ongoing as you talk.
So, would you know where he went? You know, we're supposed to find him, and we've kind of run into a dead end. All we really know is that he got beat up and is now missing for a few days, or has been missing for a few days.
Never said who you were. Can I get your names?
My name's Frederick. That over there, the tiny one, called Faith. The bigger one, the shiny one, called Clue. I didn't name them. The dragon lady over there, she's called Stevenson. She's not from around here.
Give me a persuasion.
I'm just gonna glare at Zoot.
Oh, that's a good roll. 21.
All right. He pulls out a book and puts on these like surprisingly dainty reading glasses. Like they're the sort of like the half ones where you have to look through like the lower part and sort of look down. And they don't really fit his head, but he pulls out like a little book and quill, and he flicks it open. You can see there's various sort of records or something in there. It's almost like a chart, and he puts down these names you've given him alongside, you know, the time and date of your arrival here, and a little note about you looking for Briar.
It's an interesting book you got there.
You ain't allowed to see it, and he snaps it shut.
Well, that's fair. How about another game? Eh? Let's up the stakes a bit. Come on. Let's make it 4 pieces this time.
All right.
And I slam the pieces down on the table.
He takes off his glasses now that he's put the book away.
And I want to use my telepathy again, and talk to Faith and Clue and Stevenson. To I just say we need that book. I don't know how, but we need it. I'm gonna keep them distracted. Figure something out.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna continue playing cards.
Can we reply to you telepathically?
I
I
would
Yes, you
like
think
can,
to
he
you
uses
can.
a bonus action to do that, but since you're not in combat, that's fine.
I didn't mean
Um,
telepathically.
I mean, you could just out loud, but that might be an
I
option.
think so.
Can you do more than one at a time?
As a
though?
bonus action, when you're speaking telepathically to a creature, you can give that creature the ability to speak telepathically to you until the start of your next turn.
I guess it's
I mean,
only
it
one
doesn't
creature.
say you only have to do one at a time, so I'll say yeah. That's
I mean, I
fine.
could also do it one at a time. Like, it doesn't change it. It's just gonna take more time.
Well, I assume you'd have to, use the bonus action one at a time. But I'll say, like, I
Fair.
don't think it's limited to a single creature able to communicate with you at once. So I'll say, yeah, you're able
So
to do it for the
it just says to any creature you can see within 60 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I can
It
see...
doesn't say, like, this dispels the previous creature when you give it to another one or anything like that. So I'm gonna say you can give it to all
Yeah,
three.
but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, everyone here
so, like-
speaks at least a language.
Yeah.
That's just to stop you, like, talking to a random ass rat or something.
God damn it.
I'm still gonna say okay out loud.
Don't... She's weird. Faith is really weird.
The big guy kind of shrugs and just continues with the game.
Yeah, she's a bit dumb, so I apologize for her. And I just continue playing.
Give me another roll.
You guys want it.
Here for the cards.
Oh god! I lose. I have a 2.
How much
It's,
gold did you
It's a
put on
5
there?
total.
4.
4.
4 gold? Okay. Oh, you can remove
4
that
silver,
thing.
silver.
I'm pretty sure you said
Like
gold
gold.
last time.
I meant silver. I definitely meant silver.
Now that he's lost. Alright,
No,
fair
I did
enough.
2 silver before and 4 silver now.
Sure, I'll allow it.
I mean, I can also put 4 gold on it, like...
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, sorry, did you ask them a question or anything? Because, no, you were
I mean,
talking
I'm
to-
just
to
gonna
them.
send back to Zalil that I'm not exactly the stealthiest of people.
These are mobsters. Do as you see fit.
Are you looking at me at the time?
I have to see you to
Okay.
use the
I'll say you can,
telepathy,
you
so,
can
yeah.
have glanced at her. You don't have to fucking stare at her making eye contact.
Yeah. Then you'll see Faith's hand immediately straight to her sword hilt.
Uh-huh.
maybe a bit sneaky. Eh? Not
I guess-
just...
I'm just gonna walk off the door. It's bye.
Like out into the hallway where you came in, or
Yeah.
okay. I mean, they're in this game and don't seem to be paying like massive attention to you at the moment.
Nice. I'll go upstairs.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, actually.
Oh, okay.
These are some
that is-
creaky stairs.
That is the 20.
The 20?
Wait, no.
Wait, what?
She's rolling a d20.
Yeah, roll a
That's what she
d20
means.
and add your stealth modifier.
I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, stealth +1. Okay, so it's 16.
Okay. You sneak upstairs and there's a couple sort of like, I want to say single beds, but they're almost more like cots. They're very like cheap and not very substantial. It seems like there's just, there's like a couple little tables, the so-called beds. It's kind of very dark up there. There's not a lot besides just some like clutter.
Can't I like look around?
I mean, you can give me an investigation check if you want.
Sure. Why not? Sorry, I closed the fucking dice.
It's okay.
You said investigation, right?
Yeah.
That is 18.
18.
And I closed the dice again.
There's not a lot. I mean, like you saw when you first came in, it doesn't seem like there's a lot hidden here. It's very much just like the attic. It's literally like the walls are just roofs, like the slanted roof, rather than a wall. There's just like these cots and things. There's like, little tables besides the bed, very small tables. There really just isn't much up here.
Sad. I guess
Yeah.
I'll just sit there or something.
He's just gonna sit up there. Okay.
Can I attempt to do a sleep spell? Can you check if if it's possible to work?
Sorry, what does the sleep spell say again?
So, this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, which I don't know is relevant. But it also says undead and creatures immune to being charmed not affected by this spell. But we don't know are these like just humans, or like do we know what they are?
They seem to be at least humanoid.
Okay.
Human, elf, Goliath, maybe something like that. They seem to be just like normal people.
Okay.
You can roll 5d8.
5d8. Okay. We have a 7, a 7, a 1, a 2, and a 7. So 21, 23, 24.
Sorry, what was that total?
24.
24.
I just rolled like 5d8s and I got a 24. What is this?
X.
You would be able to put one of them to sleep with that.
Can I change my mind, or do I have to do it now?
I mean, you've already rolled.
Fuck.
I'll say, give me a stealth check to see if they notice that you've cast this, first of all.
Okay.
Unless you want to just outwards put one of them to sleep.
No, I would like to do that. Is that a d20 plus stealth? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god. I got 13.
So, you guys, Zulil and these people are sat at this table, enjoying their game of cards. Suddenly...
Everyone's sat at the table, right?
Yeah, except for,
Yeah.
I believe you, Faith, and Clue. I believe
Okay,
you aren't
okay.
sat there.
Yeah, Clue is upstairs, so she doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't actually... Okay,
I didn't know what's going on when I was there either, so...
Fair enough.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are sat at this table when all of a sudden one of the smaller guys just face plants directly into the table. Just
Is he? Is he okay? Or does this happen normally? And I try and like stealthily draw like one of
give
my
me
knives.
a deception check. First of all, just to see if they know that you're bullshitting.
Ooh. 21.
Okay. Tori's stealth roll wasn't great, but the 21 is pretty good. So they immediately sort of like, not like full on panic, but like a hasty concern. They're like, hey, dude, and
like
sort of start
confused.
shaking him and whatnot.
Hey.
Clearly something's wrong with.
While they're distracted,
Yeah, I wanna like also stealthily pull out a knife before that.
I'm
Give
gonna
me
try and steal the
a
book.
sleight of hand, Zulil. If you want to steal the book, also a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That's a 20.
Okay.
Hey,
Was it a nat
19
20 or
plus
just
2.
total?
No, it's total 20.
Okay. So what did you get?
I got 21 in total.
Ooh, okay. So, Zulil, after bluffing them into thinking you don't know what the fuck has happened to this guy, they sort of just start like shaking him like, you alright, buddy? And you just slip a knife out from your belt, and manage to like hide it sort of in your sleeve as you do so. As you do this, you watch Faith come up sort of behind the bald guy, and he seems to have taken this book out from like a bag under the table, like next to his chair. Faith manages to just slip around where he isn't looking, and reach into this bag, and very quietly pull this book out, and backs up to where she was standing.
Okay. Use telepathy and say, well done to both of them. And I kind of start nudging the person that's passed out to see if they wake up.
I just want to quickly check.
They wake up. They
Use
wake up.
an
and
action to
someone
shake or slap them. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they wake up. They're already starting to get a little bit of like a bump on their head from how they just face planted into the table. But you all right, bud?
Yeah, are you okay? You just kind of passed out there, like for no reason.
Maybe you had too much to drink. Let's get you to bed. And the big one sort of like hoists him up with his shoulder and starts taking him upstairs to the attic. Clue! Would you like to give a stealth roll, or are you just gonna sit there and let them see?
I'm gonna sit.
Okay.
Oh god!
Oh god, this is gonna ruin everything.
The guy comes up, holding this other guy, trying to gently get him up the stairs. As he gets up here, he notices you just sitting there. Are you just sat on the floor? Or are you sat on one of the beds? Or what are you doing?
On the bed, obviously. Like,
Okay.
come on, I'm not that dumb.
He gives
Poison
a bit of
under the culture.
a stern look and a grunt, and then moves and puts the guy on the bed next to you before giving you sort of like a little shove on the back to like push you off the bed.
I stand.
What are you doing up here?
Sit in.
Get back downstairs with the others.
Okay.
And he just sort of walks you back out the attic.
I clumsily walk downstairs.
She's walking. No, it's fine.
The guy sort of comes back down with you, and he goes and peeks back into the sort of living room area where you were before, and he's like, "Alright, you take care of him, I'll see to this lot." And the other guy who you're playing cards with goes upstairs to, I guess, check on the guy who's hit his head and fallen asleep suddenly. He sort of, the bald one just sort of stands in the doorway after having escorted Clue back into the room with the rest of you. He very much just sort of stands in the door, blocking you from getting out.
Is everything okay?
I don't know what's wrong with him, but whatever you're here for, better make it quick.
We really just want to know a bit more about the Black Hand Riot, that's it. And I sort of start walking towards him.
He stands very sternly in the doorway, and like I said, this is like a quite muscular, almost 7-foot tall guy. He's like blocking the full doorway. There's no way like past him or through him as he's standing there. I'm trying to think. Guy doesn't tend to come in here much. He's been here once, maybe twice. But it's not like he frequents here. He didn't come in for work the other day. Said he had an appointment with a doctor or something. Dude's had a bad cough for months. But since then, he just hasn't shown up for work at all. Haven't heard from him. I think he took one day off and then ran. Left the shift for good. Wanted to get one day's head start.
So you're searching for him as well?
I wouldn't say we're searching for him. But turns out
Definitely taking a look around.
Turns out that lowlife has gone and bailed on us. He'll be in trouble.
Where do you say this doctor was?
You'd actually know this, Zulil, as you visited there before to potentially buy potions and the like. And immediately left after seeing the price of a healing potion.
Fair enough.
So that's sort of towards like the market part of town.
Faith's just gonna quickly look up at the guy and say, if he was gonna run, do you have any idea where he would have run to?
Probably get the fuck out of town. I mean, anywhere here is a hound's territory. Would find him eventually. I will say, Zulil, when you were talking with Captain Sven, you were told that none of the guards have seen him leave town.
Okay. That's good to know.
So
Because
if he
I
did leave
completely
town, they
forgot about
didn't
that.
see it. Now, if that's all you're here for, maybe it's best you leave. As he sort of looks up and outwards towards the staircase.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. And if we have more questions, we'll be back.
He steps
Or
out.
more information.
He steps out from the doorway into the living room, goes and opens the front door, and then stands sort of between the door to the living room and the door to the front door. He stands just off to the side of that, blocking like any other rooms or like the stairs. So your only way to go is out, unless you're gonna go through him.
I think we should definitely just go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He keeps
Yeah.
an eye on you as you leave, and then
Goodbye.
closes the door after you, and you hear like this frantic click, click, click as all these locks get done again.
Oh,
I mean, just as they're leaving, Faith's gonna wink at the guy just as they pass.
He gives you a bit of a stern look. He doesn't seem to have realized you've yanked his booklet yet.
I think we should get away from here as soon as possible, Finn.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we should run.
yeah.
Um,
Like I think I outrogued the rogue, so we need to get the fuck out of here.
I played my part
Why am I
perfectly.
not surprised?
You know, I was not the main character here. I was the supporting character. I was setting up the goal. Okay.
he didn't say goodbye back.
It's okay,
Well-
Chloe, just run.
Does Clue actually run as fast as we do? 'Cause
I
she's-
mean, we don't want to run because that would really set alarm bells running if they're watching us. We just want to walk away, and then
fair enough.
I move my
Yeah,
legs
Clue's
faster.
30 feet, so Clue moves just as fast as the
Yeah.
rest of you.
like once we're out of sight, then we can get the hell out of Dodge. But right now, we just want to act like everything's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys can head off
Yeah.
down the street and round a corner, sort of out the way.
We should not go back to the inn immediately, in case we're being followed. So let's just get to a pub somewhere, and hopefully get some food, because I'm getting kind of hungry.
If we're gonna get some food, let's get the hell out of this district because I don't think I want to eat anything that they serve here.
Well,
Agreed.
Might catch something.
It's more I'd get out of this district because it's probably run by the hounds, and
By the
not
sound
for
of it, the
food,
whole
but-
city is. But let's just
Mm.
get out of here.
They seem nice.
You have a weird definition of nice, Clue.
They're probably very nice as long as you do what they want.
And give you money.
Nice, not nice people tried to kill us.
Day's not over yet, Chloe.
Get there. Let's
Like-
give them a chance.
They can still try. But yeah, we just go to a pub.
Okay, I will say, since you guys are headed, presumably back towards the market area, and you said about meals, the best place you know of would be where you're renting your rooms, the Eagle's Crest.
Yeah, but we.
Both for meals and because it's in the general sort of market square area.
Yeah, but we shouldn't go there.
Okay. if
I
you
don't
wanna-
think that'd be. I think it'd be smarter if we actually went to a different inn, just to get some food, a different bar, whatever.
Just so we're taking a roundabout route, as it were.
Yes.
Just in case they want to trace us.
Okay. If you're all in agreement with that, I'll say you don't know like all the pubs in town, but there are other pubs. You do manage to find one out of this district, more towards the central market district. It's not as nice as the Eagle's Crest, but it's much better than
Decent.
the Sooted Stoat. much better. But I'll say that's where we're gonna take a break for a bit.
Okay.
So, peeps can go to the bathroom, get some snacks, whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Boop.
Bye.
Whoop.
The Bunuits are made for eating.
Hello, everyone. We're back.
Oh no.
My apologies.
Rebel's timing was perfect.
I don't know if that actually came up on stream. I did have to click unmute on Discord audio and my audio. I should really just set it so the BRB screen has neither, but you know.
Oh no!
So,
I'll be honest, I didn't even hear what Ravel said. So.
it's fine. It doesn't need repeating.
Me
He
neither.
said your mom. Mom's, I don't know, something bad.
Anyway, as we left off, you guys just got away
Anyway.
from that safe house or whatever it might have been. That seemingly belonged to the hounds. Making off with a certain book they had, and maybe some new enemies, for all you know. And you headed to another pub, not the Eagle's Crest and not the Sooted Stoat. Just finding another one generally in the market district, which is not the quality of the Eagle's Crest, but is a significant upgrade over the Sooted Stoat. I'll leave it to you guys.
Okay, so I assume we all get some foods.
Mm-hmm.
Since Zilil was peckish. And while we're all sat around a table, I'm gonna take this book out and hand it to Zilil.
Right, what do we have here? From what I could tell, I was marking down names and dates. Or
It seems to be
times.
like a book for keeping record. Is it a checkbook? Or
A record book.
you know, like what say a hotel would have to keep track of like people who stay there and whatnot, or like an inn might have. It's
Yeah,
similar to like
like-
that. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a booking.
Uh-huh.
Get it? Booking?
Uh-huh. Yes, there's like rows and columns. There's various names been noted down with dates and sometimes reasons for them being there, sometimes not.
Anything that stand out to, or like any names or events that stand out?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. You flick through it, skipping some of the ones from very long ago and looking at some of the more recent ones. I mean, there's a number of things there from people who are being hunted by the cobras, it says, to some people who slipped up and may have been like, may have gotten caught but not yet arrested for doing things, as well as just some people who needed a place to stay for a few nights. All presumably Hounds members. You do notice there is, from a while ago, 1 or 2 records of Blackhand Briar. A lot of the names in here are using similar sort of monikers, like Blackhand Briar, like the criminal name, rather than the
Yeah,
real
like
one.
fake names.
Yeah, fake names.
Like better things than Stevenson.
Better than Stevenson.
Is there anything written next to our names?
Next to your names?
I guess.
Just that you're
Yeah, as
looking into Briar. You noted down the reason you gave him, so.
Yeah. Well, this was not worth it.
You're the ones who
Um,
decided to steal it.
I mean, is it really not worth it? You can hand it to your girlfriends and
Yeah,
you've
no,
got
no.
arrested.
I was also gonna do that, but for now, currently, it doesn't really get us anywhere. It doesn't give us any leads. Thought there'd be more interesting stuff in here, but it's just people's names and times when they actually entered the house. as well as
I'll say
some of the reasons.
some
that
of
we're
the
giving.
dates do say like when they left as well. Like you'll have like date to date, like date dash date. So there is like
Yeah.
some who've stayed for a few days or a week or something.
Do I know that Clue left?
What do you mean?
Back when I was playing poker or whatever. Did
And
I?
You saw Clue being sort of escorted
Yes.
back down.
Okay. Where were you going, Clue? By the way, you were brought back by the I want to say guardsman, but that's not really it. The one at the door?
Watchman?
Watchman, yeah, that would be it.
I went up the stairs.
Was there anything interesting there?
No. Beds.
Okay. Do you know how many beds?
From what you can recall, there was, I'd say like about 3 on one side and 2 on the other, so 5 total.
No.
Fair enough.
That's fine, Clue. You still did good. I guess.
couldn't go downstairs. I was afraid of falling.
You couldn't go downstairs.
I was scared of falling.
Why do you go up in the first place then? You like walking around.
I like high places.
You like high places.
Go up.
Well, if you're ever up some stairs and I'm at the bottom, you don't need to worry about falling. I'll catch you.
Just jump.
Aww.
Yes.
Just jump into her arms.
I mean, my arms, I don't know about yours.
I said I meant your arms, not mine. Like, I'm probably not going to catch her. Knowing me, she probably would just fly past me. Or just jump over me.
I dig your confidence.
Yes. Right, so there were beds there. We do have times. I'm guessing some people stay there because I mean there's also dates when I guess they left. It looks kind of like they were looking for shelter in a certain sense.
Well, I mean,
not-
by the sound of it, it is a safe house, so it's
Yeah.
obviously somewhere where people will go when they're on the run from the authorities. So we know
The question-
roughly when he was there, and we know he went to the doctors. So
Yeah.
I assume that's where we want to go next. We're slowly tracking him down.
Possibly.
Narrowing down his movements.
Possibly. He's still supposed to be in the city. I think. As far as the guards have told me, at least, unless there's some sort of crack to the outside that isn't monitored by the guards, or one of the guards has been paid off. So he should still be around. At the potion maker.
Potion
Oh,
seller, I'm
I'm-
going into battle and I require you to find a spare.
What?
Have you not seen that vine, that meme?
No.
I've seen it.
Like,
It's
for
fucking
once,
hilarious.
for once, have I seen it, but you haven't.
Yeah, for once I know the meme.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting.
Nah, it's abbreviated.
We like the memes.
I'll send you it later, Ravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the doctor's, a potion maker close to the marketplace.
Okay.
Apparently something about a cough. So we might want to check that out. Oh, we should probably check that out. Other than that, this book doesn't really tell us anything besides that it is most likely a safe house. And we're probably gonna end up there sooner or later again, if my feeling serves right.
What, to the safe house again?
Yeah. I feel like there's more. There's more to it than they're letting on.
I mean, you
It's-
realize
it-
if we
it-
go back there, it will be a fight.
Well, I know, but
We stole their log, so it's like they're not exactly going to welcome us back.
Yeah, we're going to be in serious trouble. We're literally walking into a fight, and they might have more people there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if it comes to it, I've got your back, but be aware, if we
That's-
go back there, it is a fight.
yeah, no, I'm aware. But at the same time, Clue's the one who stole it, so we can blame it all on Clue.
I'm not gonna hide behind someone else.
It's less hiding behind someone else and making them believe that someone's stupid enough to actually steal from the mob. Which Clue does technically fit without trying to be mean.
And apparently all of you do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Clue
Actually,
was
all of you except for me.
Yeah, actually.
Clue was stupid enough to walk around in a mobster's house, or in a safe house from the mob, which does sound just as bad. Possibly even worse if you think about it. But yeah, no, there's definitely a fight gonna happen, but I don't think what we saw at the safe house was everything. That definitely hiding something there, something else besides people. And I feel we're gonna go back. Oh, gonna have to go back, I should say.
Okay.
I mean, fair enough. I guess if we have to, we have to. But let's check out this
We'll
doctor
try and
first.
we'll try and avoid it as much as we can. But I do have a feeling that we're gonna have to go back. I can't explain it. It's just intuition.
I mean, I get you all think I'm bloodthirsty, but I'm not. So if we can avoid a fight, I'd like to avoid it. But if we do have a fight, I am gonna batter the crap out of them, just so that you know.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I'm already glad that we kind of solved it without spilling blood. Which was good. Definitely very much appreciated. We don't want to immediately make the mob our enemy. Now it's
Oh, we
just
should have
delayed.
stolen the book then, but okay, what's
Well-
done is done.
The book's also important, so I thought was important because we could have got more information out of it, but yeah, that's a fuck up on my part. Anyway, let's go after we're done with food. Let's check out the potion maker.
Well, let's give the book to the guards first,
Why?
because we don't want to be carrying that around.
But at the same time, the guardsman said that they haven't seen him leave. While the mobsters
I don't think the book is specifically for Blackhand Briar. That is a
No,
list
it's
of
not.
everyone.
It's not, but that's exactly my point. Because if the mobsters are right and he skipped town, but the guardsmen say he didn't leave town, something's up. So I'm not sure whether or not they're working together, or whether the guardsmen and the mobsters are working together, or if both of them are just missing something. But based on my experience, it's better to be cautious and just present the evidence at once, rather than just do it piece by piece to someone you don't really know.
Okay, I mean, you're the bounty
And
hunter. I just don't think
I
we want
am-
to be walking around with that kind of evidence in our pocket.
Well, it's let's be honest, who's going to suggest a book? Or think a book is that important of evidence? Because
The mobsters we stole it from.
okay, I'm gonna get a bucket of paint and dip the book into it. Not the book leather, not the book itself.
I
Like
mean,
the
that's even
binding.
worse, right? Look, if you want to hold on to the book until after we're done, fine. Hold on to the book till after we're done. But don't destroy it by dipping it in paint.
I don't want to dip it in paint. I want to dip the book cover in paint so it looks different.
Considering you can climb over a wall, I don't have that much faith in your.
Do you want to
fine
do it then?
dexterity. No, I'm saying, look, just what I want to do. Surely there's got to be a guard that you can trust. There's got to be
Yes,
some guard,
the guard
that you know
captain, but
that you can trust, right? So
The
my
guard
personal
captain,
opinion is we hand that book over and then we go see the doctor. But you are the bounty hunter. This is your realm of expertise, not mine. I pray to things and I punch things. So if you want to go see the doctor first, fine. You hold on to the book. Just don't accidentally destroy the book.
I just want to change the cover so it's not as easily recognizable. That's all I want to do. Do you want me to look up a professional bookmaker so you can do that?
No.
Just to make sure that the book doesn't get destroyed or doesn't get ruined.
I just think don't dip it in a bucket of paint and you'll be fine.
The point was changing the cover and making it not look the way that it currently looks. Because that is more easily recognizable. If we walk around with a book that looks like it's some sort of magic, weird bullshit book,
I mean,
that's
you're
going
not
to be
just
less
walking around.
inconspicuous.
It's in. I assume you're gonna just stick it in your backpack, right?
Yes, but even
So it's not
then,
exactly
someone
out in
might
the
say,
open.
you know what? I think you might be right. I think I might be.
I think
Oh,
you
really?
might be overthinking it.
Yes, the wall has shaken me up. I will blame it all on the wall.
The int 8 paladin is talking reason with the.
Yeah, but what's your wisdom?
Oh, my wisdom is 12, so that's not too
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Yeah, same.
That's my wisdom.
Probably not very high, I imagine. 10.
Oh. Yeah.
Right, so how far is the guard, well, the guard's place away from where we are now compared to the Persian shop?
Well, since you guys kind of came back to out of the South District into more of like the Market District, I'd say not too far. Both the doctor's and the guard's place are both within this district.
Which one's closer?
Hard to say.
And or do we walk past one or the other to get to the other one?
No, they're kind of in other directions. I'd say the doctor is like a little bit sort of southeast of like the main town square. Not like all the way into the South District, but like a little bit southeast. Whereas the guard place is sort of at like where the hill starts to slope up before you get into like the upper echelons of society.
Okay.
Let me try and use a bit of rational thinking here. So, if you are them, and you realise that the book is gone, and you know that the one clue you gave us was the doctor, would you not be watching the doctor for us?
Yes, but we're also already closer to the doctor than they are. Granted, we spend a bit of time getting food, but it's also going to take them longer to get here than it's going to take us to get to the doctor. At the same time, we could just, if worst comes to worst, just give back the book and just try and solve it that way. And if not, we can still defend ourselves. But yeah.
Okay, you're a resident expert on the criminal underworld, so if you think we can just hand the book back if they find us, then so be it.
I don't think that's gonna work, but it might. You never know. And if worst comes to worst, you know.
I grew up in a monastery. If you think this is a good idea, we'll do it. I just don't.
None
think
of this
it's
is a good idea. It just has to be done. Okay, good ideas and something having to be done are two entirely different things. But fine, we'll do it your way. I think that might actually be better than just gathering all the stuff for once. So we go to the guard place first.
Okay. So you guys head up sort of west. Like I said, towards sort of like where the hill begins to slope up. To the guard's place. I mean, you're familiar there. The rest of you not so much. You do get a bit of a luck, but since you're with Zulil, nobody really tries to stop you. And yeah, you swan in, and are in sort of this reception area, I guess.
I need to talk to Sven. I do have a. I know Sven's not actively involved in gathering intel or information, but this is something he needs to see.
The receptionist nods and says, "I'll let the captain know." And she sort of heads back into his office. It's not far. I say reception area, but it's not like a dedicated reception area. It's more like there's the reception and then there's a bunch of like desks and stuff. You can go down one hallway to get to the cells. You can kind of see the door to his office on one of the walls in this sort of like desk area that's further back. So you watch her go off. She comes back in, back through and says he'll only be a minute. And a few minutes later, you see another guard leaves his office, and Sven peeks his head around the door and it's like, "Zulil, get in here."
I walk in.
Are the rest of you following?
I
I'm
am.
gonna follow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we all walk in. I'm guessing then.
Captain Sven goes and sits back down. There's only 2 chairs on the other side of the desk where you are. He gestures for you to sit, Zulil, but there's only one other chair besides that.
Oh, I'm happy to stand.
I think Tiki fell asleep.
Oh.
Oh, no.
TK's muted, but
Okay. Waifu.
It's okay.
Waifu.
well,
It's okay. She's not doing anything at the moment, so.
yeah, we'll be fine.
Oh no.
Oh, bless.
Tika might also just be like looking after Maze because something happened, which hopefully isn't the case. But
Anyway,
yeah, I pull out the book and kind of hand it over to Sven and say, so we were investigating some leads, and stumbled on the hounds. Visited.
hounds.
Yes.
Looks like you got in for more than you bargained for. To be fair,
but
we
this-
knew they were involved.
We better get some good pay out of this, because this is a book describing with a lot of names in. Granted, they're thieves' names, not actual names of people who visited the house,
Ye-
presumably a safe house.
He takes it from your hand and has a quick flip through. How'd you get your hands on this?
Divine providence.
Yes, investigative journalism. We essentially, I played cards and we stole the book.
Well, can't use stolen evidence in court, but I will keep this in mind. Sort of puts it down on
Well,
the table.
you'd
to
never
one
know where it
side.
came from, so.
I'll feign ignorance.
Yes.
Any other word?
We haven't found him. The mobsters say that he probably skipped town. He went to a doctor's before leaving, or went to a doctor's before everyone stopped seeing him.
If he skipped
Oh.
town, surely someone would have noticed him. Oh, we have guards on either side of the city, and he's hardly gonna go wandering off into the middle of nowhere. Not taking the road. Someone would have seen him wandering about.
Unless
buy
there's
it.
either a hidden path or they're obviously entirely
I
wrong.
mean, he could have gone wandering off into the woods, but somehow I don't buy that.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd. However,
Tell you what, and he picks this book back up and sort of shakes it in his hand as he's talking. Says, "You got this from a safe house, right?"
yes, I was also gonna give you the address.
I bet my bottom
To it?
dollar they got more safe houses. More than where this
Definitely,
came from.
100%.
You find them, maybe you find him.
I don't think that we'd find him through that. What probably would have traveled through the mob to actually highlight that he was back and could work, as he was missing from that.
You're saying even they don't know where he's gone?
No. As far as we were told, he just essentially disappeared. They think that he skipped town.
You trust
The
their
guards
word?
say. The guards said that, or you said, when I took on this job, that you had no evidence of them leaving.
No,
So
no one's seen him. No one's seen him leaving town.
Some of the guys that are here, I don't trust them. Or trust them entirely.
Well, they don't trust you either, Zulil, but they do their damn job.
Point taken. However, that doesn't mean they don't accept bribes. Or secretly accept bribes. I'm not saying that they are, but you know how it is. It's always a possibility.
Look, if you're trying to make accusations among
I
the
am
guard
not trying
here,
to make
then I'm gonna
anything.
need names and
I'm not
evidence.
making any accusations, nor do I have evidence. I am just suggesting that it might be something that happened. Which could be the reason why we think that he's still in the city, but he might actually skip town. Might have actually skipped town. That's what I'm thinking. I don't.
You may not,
I don't
but I
have.
trust the guys we had trailing him. And whether
That
or
is
not I
fair,
can
and I
speak
told-
for the guys minding the gates is a whole other matter. But if the people tailing him just up and let him leave town, well, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's an entirely different matter then. It was not meant as a this is actually what happened, but more of a food for thought. Just something to keep in mind that could have happened.
I'll take it under advisory then.
Yeah. We'll continue to search for him, but as it stands, we don't really have a lead except for the doctor, who we're
Well,
about to visit as well. We
check
just
in with
wanted
the
to make sure that.
doctor, you find him, you give me a call first thing. Understood?
I can't really give you a call, but I'll stop by. Yeah.
No, one of you has sending message. Just find a fucking guard or something.
Yeah.
Fuck. I also like scribble down the address for the safe house. And
Well, you
give it
still
him.
had the napkin if you wanted to just hand him that. Or are you holding on to that and just scribbling down another one for him?
I mean, we know where it is, don't we? So
Yeah.
we don't really need the address again. I'd just give him the napkin. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He takes
just
it
give
and
him
puts
the
it with the book. He sort of like opens the front cover of the book and puts it inside and closes it again.
Yeah, that's where the safe house is. It's not sure if it's worth anything, but might be a good idea to just have someone watching the place. Just in case anything happens, if he shows up, or if anyone else worthy of note.
We're not ready for a
appears.
sting operation on the hounds at the moment, and I worry that sending guards to the place might be a provocation. As much as
Fair
I'd
enough.
like to keep tracks on it, I'm not sure what we can do.
Fair enough. Just a suggestion, anyway.
I'll look into it.
We just wanted to stop by and give you the book in case anything else happens. We're gonna go visit the potion maker and see where that leads us.
Right.
And
You get back to it.
Yeah.
And Zulil, good luck. He sees you out of his office.
Bye bye.
I can certainly use good luck.
Thank you.
Alright. So he sees you out of his office. I assume you guys are going to go see the doctor?
The potion maker.
Yes. The potion maker.
He didn't say
Every time I
goodbye.
just hear the potion salami. We could call an apothecary, a doctor, but no.
Potion maker.
Okay.
He makes potions, doesn't he?
Among other things.
Am I wrong?
Again, among other things.
But he does make potions, therefore he's a potion maker.
So you guys are heading over there, right?
Yes, we're heading over to the potion maker.
Okay.
He didn't say goodbye.
Oh, and he wished you good luck. That's almost a goodbye.
That was before I said goodbye.
All of these people are very rude.
It's almost like bye.
What?
Oh no. Anyway, so you guys head off through town, through the market area. Are you guys like keeping an eye out in case anyone like is watching you or anything? Because you were talking before about if someone might be trailing you or trying to get to the doctors.
Yes,
Right.
I think we do.
Do you want to give a perception check?
22.
22. Okay. There's a lot of people around, but none that you recognize, and you feel confident that none of them are following you. Yeah, you're pretty confident. Most of them are just going about their business.
Okay.
So you find yourselves back at the vaguely familiar front of the apothecary, the town doctor.
Potion maker.
Yes, they also make potions.
I think we just go in. There's nothing.
Mhm.
It's just a normal store, isn't it?
Yep. Well, star, sort of. But yes. So you guys head inside. Once again, it's similar to the last time. You know, there's shelves with potions. There's a bell on the counter. You can see like a potion making setup behind the counter. There's a door to a back room with a thing saying like ring the bell. But no one's currently at the counter.
Do
Shame.
we? Can we see through the door? Is it like a?
No, it's closed at the moment. But I mean, there's a sign
Okay.
saying ring the bell. So
Is
Shiny,
there?
shiny.
Do you want to ring the bell, Clue?
I didn't reach.
Do I have to pick you up?
No.
Do you want Faith to pick you up?
I think.
Are you saying that out loud or?
No.
Should we just ring the bell or?
Just ring the bell. If Clue wants to ring the bell, she can annoy the clerk by pushing it as many times as she wants.
Okay, I ring the bell.
okay. Goes ding ding, and not too long after, this fairly young woman comes out. She's got like blonde hair, this sort of like white and red outfit. It's got like a little bit of a skirt, but there's an apron covering like the front. She has like a little sort of like white and red beret on, and she's currently wearing these like this sort of thick white gloves with various stains on them. Some of them red, some of them more brownish, etc. The apron itself is also covered in quite a few stains. Some you might presume to be blood from surgeries and whatnot. Oh, hi, hello, hi.
Hello.
Oh, look at you, you're a curious one. Well, what can I do you for?
Are you?
We're looking for someone. Someone called the Black and Briar. Supposedly came here a few days ago to get a cough treated.
Oh yeah, I saw that guy. He's a bad one, isn't he? And she's sort of, as she's speaking, she's still just sort of looking at Clue, sort of like moving her head almost like an owl, in a way, just like getting all these different like angles of you. She's got this like
Would
big
you-
grin on her face as she's looking at you.
would you know where he went by any chance? Do you know that?
I don't really pry into my customers' business a whole lot. I just gave him some cough medicine.
Yeah, because he's been missing for the past few days, and some friends are worried about him.
Oh no, that's terrible. Why are you asking about him?
Because we were, well, I suppose, hired to find him, and bring him back.
Are you the Cobras or the Guard or just independent?
We're independent. We do not work for any of them.
Uh-huh. I'm curious.
Why are you curious?
It's not every day someone walks in asking about a patient. Especially someone independent.
Don't like the way you pronounce that, but yes, I am independent. I've been hired to find this person and to bring them back, or at least find out what happened to them. And that is what I will do.
Well, I mean, he does like to talk. I mean, he talks a lot. I mean, he really just wouldn't shut up, let me tell you. I may know a thing or two. I mean, I heard he had a missus. I heard they didn't get along, so he was staying away from home.
Yeah, we talked to his missus as well. She didn't seem fond of him, to say the least. Not doesn't seem like a good relationship, but that's the story for another day.
Well, I'm sadly not that kind of doctor.
Yeah. Who is
he
really?
say-
Let's be honest.
Did he say where he was staying away?
TK, you're back.
I'm back.
Honestly.
I'm here. What do you mean?
Oh no! Let me give you a hug.
Okay. Well, he didn't say an address, but like, you think I don't know if one of my patients is a hound? I spotted it from a mile away.
Yeah, we talked to those as well, and they seem to think that he skipped town.
Oh, well, haven't you been all over the place?
Oh, we certainly have. It's been an interesting day. What do you think? What? Sorry. Do you think he would have skipped town, especially with a cough?
A guy like him, he's had the cough for months. And he comes in with bruises, fractured bones, one time his orbital bone, bloody knuckles. He's been in here a few times. And I keep giving him medicine, keep helping him out. But frankly, with lungs like his, he wouldn't last long on the road. I'd give him a few days.
Any chance that he could have just died on the way back home?
On the way back home? I mean, guy wasn't exactly fit, but he wasn't dropping dead, just wandering around town. Like I said, I gave him medicine. I give him the best treatment.
Fair enough. Anything else you can tell us about him?
Besides that he's a chatterbox, and he's constantly getting himself hurt?
Yes. Or any specifics, what he'd like to talk about?
Oh, all sorts of things, from his favorite drinks, to his wife, to his son, well, ex-wife, I don't really remember. To his friends, to his job. He really just kept going. I'm really just there to, like, give him some medicine, and the whole time he's just, like, yabbering on and on in my ear. I mean, it makes a change of pace, don't get me wrong, but, like, oh boy, do I not care about some of that.
I mean, fair enough. So you have no idea where you could have gone, except for just back home.
I don't think he was staying at home. Like I said, Guy's a hound. They have all sorts of places. And he had friends. Maybe one of them took him in. Or maybe he just got whacked.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's not entirely helpful. But it's good to know that he probably wouldn't have made it on the road. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you guys want to know?
How often did he come in for the cough medicine?
Well, he was on a dose, like once a month. The bottle lasts a few doses. He takes a dose once a week. And then just whenever it's bothering him. He came
And
in
this
more
was
often for
regularly?
fights. Oh yeah, he came in like every month. Plus, every time he got into a fight and got roughed up more than he was expecting.
So when would you be expecting him to come for the next dose?
Well, last he came in was only a few days ago, so next month.
Okay.
Wait. Look at this. Can I show her the potion I have?
Which potion?
The potion of healing I have on me.
Okay. Oh, hey. I mean, not one of mine. I have more if you're interested. I got plenty of things over here. Anything that I've got a cure for anything that ails you.
Oh.
Well, maybe not everything. And she once again just sort of stares at you, Clue.
Uh-huh. This place is good. Pretty.
Oh, thank you. I have all kinds of potions, and I also give treatments for anything injury or illness related. If you get hurt, feel free to come here. Even if it's something serious, I do my best. And if you happen to lose a limb, I can get you a great deal for a prosthetic too. I have contacts.
Oh. Oh.
Don't think any of us are planning to lose any limbs soon.
Well, if any of you would be interested in losing a kidney, I could always use it to help someone else.
I'll have to decline that offer.
Aw, that's a shame.
What was that sound?
Literally chat, bitch. What the fuck?
I mean, you can't disagree with that.
You streamed. You decided. I actually
Yeah, TK,
reminded
you were playing
you.
before Rabble joined you.
But Rabble kept saying one more.
Jill kept saying one more.
No.
And actually, I had to remind you that we were playing D&D tonight.
That's right.
You didn't even.
You reminded me too late.
And,
Anyways. What are you looking at?
You asking that to the woman?
Yeah.
Doctor? Oh, nothing. You're just a curious little one.
Why?
Mm, it's not often I see what ails you.
Why?
I imagine you see what ails her fairly often, just not this particular version of it.
Not here, not in town. I'd certainly be
Why?
interested in taking a closer look. Maybe studying you?
I don't think we want to put any blades into Clue.
I can stay.
I wasn't talking about cutting into tiny little pieces. I'm not that heartless.
So what,
Well-
big pieces?
No, but like
Is that what
opening
you
up
take me
is
for?
also not a good idea.
I just wanted a closer look. I wasn't gonna hurt
Fair
her.
enough. As long as no one gets hurt, that's fine.
Can stay for a bit. Yes.
Well, if you'd like to come through here, I can give you a look over. She sort of
Yeah.
goes towards the back door.
Yeah,
Like to the back room. What are the rest of you doing?
Maybe we should have the candy talk with Clue. Like,
Oh no,
don't
no, no!
think-
If Clue is going with the doctor, I'm going with Clue.
Yeah, but we also probably should tell Clue to not just accept candy from strangers and follow them.
Well, I for one am intrigued to see what the doctor can find out. But if the doctor starts to hurt Clue, the doctor's gonna get hurt.
Fair enough.
So Faith is gonna kneel down next to Clue and say, if you want to go with her, I'll be right beside you.
Can shiny person come?
Shiny
don't see why
person will
not.
definitely come.
She sort of, opens up the bit next to the counter to let you come through to the back room.
I guess it can't hurt if we join.
Let's not crowd the surgery room.
Okay, I'll stay out then.
You'll know if there's a problem.
Fair enough. You don't mind if we just stay here, do you?
Of course, you can
Like
wait
in-
out here. They'll be back soon.
Okay.
I will waddle in.
Okay, she leads you in. This back room is almost in like 3 parts in a way. It's all one room, but there's like a section that's sort of like a general doctor area where there's like a desk and some chairs and stuff. But then off towards sort of the middle of the room, there's like a surgery table with a number of like tools and medical instruments, scalpels, forceps, that sort of thing. And then over towards like the back wall, there is sort of like there's shelves with like jars of various what you presume to be like maybe donor body parts or something, or maybe things that have been amputated. There's a number of
Donor
like
body parts.
there's some also like jars of blood. Like, she's a surgeon, she has various things that she might need. It is a little spooky, shall we say, but she is a doctor and there's like a surgery table and whatnot, so.
I like this place too.
Well, I'm glad. I don't want my patients to be too scared. That's why I got the poster. And she sort of points over to where like the surgery table is like pointed to, like if you were laid in it where you'd be looking. And there's just this poster that's like a sketch of a cat and it's like "Stay calm" written on it.
I like it, yes.
I just want to take a quick look. Like I said, nothing invasive. Go ahead and take a seat.
Seat.
She also sits down. Can you raise your arm like this? So puts her arm up above her head.
Yeah.
And back down. No signs of rigor mortis. She sort of starts poking around in your mouth, like opening your lips and looking at your teeth and your gums without really asking beforehand. Gums look a little blackened, but nothing too awful. Open. Sort of opens your mouth. Stick your tongue out.
What?
Interesting. All looks fine. And she takes out what would probably be the medieval equivalent, the sort of like what would you call it? An artificer's version of like a thermometer in this fantasy world. And like takes your temperature. She also, and it's like, cold. And she does like various other sort of tests. Oh, nothing too incredibly difficult, but she's certainly a little awkward and overly enthusiastic about some of them. Not always asking before just like sticking an instrument somewhere, take your pulse, check this, check that. Not anywhere dirty. But yeah. And she has like this sort of magnifying glass type thing with like multiple lenses in it, and she like gives you a look, a little bit in your eyes, looks at your skin and whatnot. Just gives you quite a intense look over. He's like, well, I promise not to cut you open, so I guess that'll have to do. Thank you. It was most interesting.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. I just learned a thing or two.
Tell.
Just things about the biology of an undead like yourself. How it works, how it doesn't. It's certainly interesting. But probably not anything that's too exciting for yourself. Nothing you haven't been living without. Nothing you haven't been living with.
Quite literally.
Well, I guess that'll do. That's all I needed. See? I didn't even cut her open. Not a single drop of blood spilled. I mean, not that I wouldn't have been interested in taking a little blood, just a tiny bit, but...
No.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all. You're free to go.
Does blood hurt?
Blood doesn't hurt, but getting the blood out can do.
It doesn't hurt that much, it's just a little prick.
So
Can
being
do.
stabbed with a sword.
Well, that's a much bigger prick.
I can do the prick.
She looks to you, Faith, and it's like, well,
If she's okay with it, you can do it. But if she screams even once, you're gonna get a big prick.
let's not be too dramatic. I'm here to heal people and help.
Yeah. I have more faith in faith when it comes to healing.
I got an arrow to the shoulder.
Well, not everyone can go get the clergy to help them. And not everyone's as interested in the gods and faith and whatnot. I offer an alternative.
Oh, I have no
a very
problem
valuable
with you offering an
service.
alternative. I just don't necessarily trust it.
Like I said, just a little prick. And she pulls out this needle with like a vial in it. It's almost like shaped sort of like a gun in a way, but like with this big vial and then the stabby needle where the barrel would be. And it's got like this handle.
As she pulls the needle out, Faith's hand rests on her sword hilt.
So she sort of gets ready just to take some from your arm and like stabs it into your bicep. Not too bad, is it? And she just, with the other hand, starts pulling the back of the syringe back and takes just a bit. Just like, it's a reasonably large vial, but she doesn't take like the whole vial. She only takes like a little bit of it. Just enough. And then she pulls it back out. See? Not a scream.
No.
There you go. And she gives your arm a little wipe with like a wet cloth where she did it. There you go. This will be
Very
most interesting, she says, like as she's looking at this vial in there. She sort of removes the vial from this apparatus and goes over to the shelves and puts the vial in like a little like a test tube rack sort of thing.
What else? What else?
I'm not sure your friend's too happy to do anything else. Am I right?
It is her choice, but if you start trying anything invasive, we're gonna have a problem.
Well, I've already done just about everything non-invasive I can do, so I guess that's everything.
Aw.
But you're welcome to come back anytime. Not that I can really use any of this, and she sort of like pokes you in the belly. Not for other people anyway.
Yeah.
Well, if that's all. That looks to both of you.
Unless there is anything else you can remember about Blackbriar, then I think that will be all.
Nope, think I told you everything about him. Well, thank you for this opportunity. It's been most interesting. I've learned a lot, and that blood will certainly also come in handy. And like I said, you're welcome to come back anytime. And she says as she's sort of like standing up and like ushering you out of the door, almost like pushing you out. And she takes you back to the front area, where presumably Zulil and Tari are still waiting.
I'm still here.
Same.
Wait.
Okay.
She sort of gently closes the door behind her and is like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like I said, come back anytime. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
She said bye.
So that was. I'm not the only one who thought that was a bit strange, right?
I mean, I wasn't sure if she was flirting with you or just really interested in Clue.
I think she was just really interested in Chloe.
Either way, I think we've learned everything we can from here. It doesn't help us too much, but
Well, it doesn't help us at all, but
beyond trying to track down some more safe houses or just battering in some heads, I think we're running out of options.
you're right about that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is your bounty, Zilal. How far are you willing to go for it?
I would like to avoid murder, but I also can't promise anything, so. But
Then the
I
question is, where do you want to go now?
think we should probably try and find a few more safe houses, if possible. The question on how we go about that, though, is gonna be a bit complicated, I think.
We are firmly in your area of expertise here. I don't know if I'd recognize a safe house even if one landed on top of me.
Well, I mean, I don't think I would recognize one from the outside either. That's kind of the fucking point. But we might be able to find. We probably won't be able to find someone actually. But they might have like similar characteristics to the one we just went to. Shuttered windows. Presumably the entire day through, evening as well, and probably out of the way, and just kind of hidden, I suppose, hidden in plain sight, as they say. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand.
That is fine. Don't think anyone expects you to understand everything. Because I certainly don't either.
Problem.
Yes. I'll be, like, role playing aside, I'll be honest, I'm a bit tired.
Mm.
Like, genuinely. I feel a bit dead.
We can end it here.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best, because I
It is like
can't
midnight
really...
here.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here, and I
Yeah.
gotta work tomorrow,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, Antika
It's...
Yep.
Probably a good time to end it.
No worries.
Sorry, I can't coherently think at the moment.
No worries.
Like, bye.
It's okay. Yeah, I'll end it here then. It's been quite a long stream. That went on quite a while. But yeah, so we'll be back again, continuing this probably next Friday, I'd imagine. I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. No, it was a question.
It's okay.
I was waiting for Tommy to answer because it's up to him, right?
Why is it up to me?
Isn't it you that works on that was working, and that's
Sundays.
why we had to change it?
Sundays, yeah. Saturdays, sorry, not Sundays, but yeah.
Yeah.
But it's next Friday, which isn't Saturday.
Yeah. So we can continue this next Friday, unless anything comes up. With that aside, I will be back on Monday, continuing Elden Ring with my pacifist run. And I'm not sure what on Wednesday. But until next time, we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Whoop.